Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Ternate Can into Random New World. This will be the final episode of this Let's Play. So let's get on with it. Actually, let me start my timer first. And I've actually... Oh, the timer has been running since yesterday and is now at 19 hours. So at least we now know exactly how long it is since I started the timer for the previous episode. Anyways... I have a cup of tea, the last caffeinated cup of tea I can have tonight, and I am pumped. I am ready to finish this Let's Play off. In the previous episode we did beat down a silly little colonial revolt. Some colonies decided that going for independence totally is a good idea, and we showed them that, like, yeah, no, that's not a good idea. And of course, now that they're back in the fold, the first thing we have to immediately do is run up here and try and save them from nationalist rebels. We are, however, though, getting closer and closer to being able to invade these remaining colonial nations that do not share our love for the color green. Well, Lisboa does, but it's the wrong color green, you know, simple as that. So I don't know exactly what we should do. There are no more Europeans to invade, if I remember correctly. I still think I want a war against Binus, which was what it was the thing we were working towards. Would we call into multiple wars? Although we have to finish this silly war first, a war against Holland and Poland. I think, yeah, they were basically attacking one of my colonies to do something stupid, and when they became my vassals again, we are now at war. So hopefully we can just, I don't know, chill. I don't really want to do any landings, so I'm probably just going to send some navies over there, maybe beat them up a bit, see if we can get enough war score by doing that, and just overall wait, really. Wait for our... yeah, wait for the ticking war score to go up, because take Cornisham Botna. I don't know exactly where that is, but it shouldn't be too threatening. Now, so yeah, let's send a bunch of troops to India, and a bunch of troops... I think a bunch of troops should actually stay here in New World, both to deal with rebels and to kill filthy New World scum that needs to be incorporated. I wonder, would it be faster to boat this army over to Haveland, or should we just make them walk? I don't know. Right, I get uncomfortable sitting around doing nothing, so I say we just quickly swoop in and incorporate Spanish Mersovian, just so we have something to do while our boats are roaming about. I don't want to start my war against... what do you call it? Binus before I can get the support of Persia. And that's not gonna happen until I finish off Holland. So hopefully these two wars will end approximately at the same time. We're really running out of time though, so we will have to wait and see, I guess. Hey, Wesleyland is actually trying to be useful for once. You will never repay me for the traitorousness of your actions previously, but this is nice. That means that this army sort of actually doesn't need to be here. So... or these two armies, I guess. Because surely he will deal with it. Or is he just gonna sit there? Well, I don't know. I'll have one army go over there, but... the other one will return back here. To help in the war against this guy. Oh, for fuck's sake. Goddammit, Dutch. How do we... we were about to miss them, that's hilarious. Well... now stop this stupidness. Did you even try to... yeah, you took the capital. Well, I'll have to swoop down there and deal with that. I will say that those are some weird priorities. Are we blocking him? Nope, of course we're sitting in the... we're sitting in the wrong sea zone. There we go. Will you give up already? No, but he's kind of close. So surely this war will be over soon. Same goes for this war. It will indeed be done. Kill him, and let's go down here and siege up the remaining clays. And so, the war with this derp is done. Yes, we can also peace out stupid Holland. Can we ask for something? No, but I don't care, so it's fine. And yeah, that'll be it. And then this man will cede his entire claim to moi. And Picarland is now strong. A most strong land. Mandla. Is Mandla in Binus? It is indeed, sure. I will actually go ahead and do that then. We now even have a claim. How about that? How about that? I wish I could focus on military. I should have done that. I ditched the focus on admin, but I never did sort of refocus, so... Here's a nation. Yeah, there are plenty of people. Here's the thing though. I hath discovered something that might be useful for us. You can see here, Tiaru, that guy, he only has a truce with us, and not my colonial nation, and I think I have finally found the button that I've been talking a bit about in this entire Let's Play, yet have been unable to discover and Google my way into, and it's down here. Start war in colony. Makes your colonial nation start a war against another colonial nation or natives. You must select one of their casus bellis. So... Northeastern Gopiland, we can invade them. So, Eastern Gopiland will declare a colonial conquest war against Tiauru. Now, of course, one problem about this is that he might not annex the thing. I don't know if I get to determine the stuff here, but yeah, let's do colonial conquest. And yeah, he's off to war without us, so we don't have to take that stability hit. We might still. He might not take it all. Well, he has claims on literally all of these territories, so if he does not take it, then I will be most disappointed in him. Oh, you're not even paying attention. I am actually fighting rebels. How nice. Anyways then, I don't think I'm going to ship these troops over to India. I think I'm going to keep them here to kill off the last remaining enemy colonial nations. I think we can make a focused attack on New Lisboa. That would be a good time. Alright, we can now also go to war with Binus, and I think we're just going to do that immediately. We can co-belligerent his enemies, and we can quote-unquote promise land to Persia so that he will join us. I will of course not give Persia jack shit, but you know, he will continue to live that illusion. And we have about 5 years, and hopefully we can win the war in that time frame. So let us do a thing I've been talking about for so darn long at this point, yet have never actually been able to do. We'll do imperialism because I think that reduces the amount of points or diplo points you have to pay. Of course, at this point, that is not overly important, but regardless, let us invade. And that is one doom stack. Look at that, 125k. Persia! I've got a feeling you can't get access through Delhi, but maybe I can actually. And shouldn't... I think that automatically gives him access too, so let's ask for access through Delhi. Not that I'm going to need it, but... oh shit, he's friendly. Now I regret not allying him as well. Just simplifying this war even further. Let's invade this guy. Hopefully, I just hope at least that my colonial nations will be able to just deal with this. And that I don't have to do it. I can call Yutsang. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So hopefully these two guys can handle him. I'm a bit sort of paranoid at this point that I'm gonna get some stupid regency or something like that stopping me from finishing what I've started here in the New World. So I think I'm just gonna declare war on pretty much all of them at this point. And whether or not I will actually have any sort of success in the initial fighting, that doesn't really matter in my head. Because I should be able to muster up enough troops after a while to destroy them. Oh, a battle is going to take place. Sadly, we have no leader, so... oh, he's going for it. Okay. Very well. Let's see if that was any smart. Probably was though, so yeah, this guy's taking forever regardless, so let's send him in here. Nope, more reinforcements. Yeah, those guys definitely have some numbers. He's got terrain problems though, and our king himself, copy, I don't know Roman numerals, 4 fire, 4 shock. My god. Brace yourself, Binus. Although this is... okay, well, more troops then, fuck's sake. Is that supporting army coming in? Slowly. Though I don't think there's anything wrong about just randomly murking up a bit. Has that ever hurt anyone? Surely it has not. What kind of tech does he have anyways? 30 and 30. Okay, so despite me lagging a bit, we are fine. I do have a bunch of policies though, and ideas and crud, so we are hopefully going to be doing alright. The Persians are slowly mobilizing. I have done some conversions. Life is good. Alright, I'm feeling impatient. Let us invade. Imperialism. Give clay. See how that war or battle in India is going. Are we winning? Ooh, that is close. That is no joke. So yeah, all you mercenaries, stop what you're doing and rush every one of you over here to get that support going. What kind of general he has? Yeah, look at that. 4 shock, 6 shock. 4 fire and 6 shock. Still, his generals are definitely no joke. And this battle is in no way determined yet. We are rushing in the mercenaries. If this army wasn't so fucking slow, then yeah. Oh, that's the navy. Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, that's right. We still have that kind of dumb navy over here. That is sitting here just dying. Let's get that down here. And hold on, who's been conquering the Levant exactly? Theodoro. I wish I knew how this came to be. Oh wow, that's good. So Theodoro is getting kicked out of their homeland. They have already been kicked out of Theodoro itself, but they are re-establishing their kingdom down here in the Levant. How cool is that? Yeah, they've even taken land from Persia. Persia used to own this. I mean, they don't have a core on it, but I know they did. Because I remember looking at this province, wondering if the Persians would give it some unique Persian name, and no, they didn't. So that's today's useful information. Useless, I mean. God. Oh god, this is close. But we're gonna win. I'm confident in our abilities. Oh, no, they're bringing in reinforcements as well though, but it seems like they've realized their mistake. And there he is. My god, that was no joke. That Persia, are you? Yeah, they're working on it. They're getting into the game. So let's get back to sieging these castles. Alright, because I'm paranoid, we're gonna start this war here as well. Even though that's gonna make our life a heck of a lot more difficult, I don't care. Now we are secured basically. These are the wars that will end the game. Well, unless Eastern Gopuland fails conquering this guy, but I don't think he will. I trust him. Despite the fact that I think he was actually part of the revolt recently, but meh. The Siege of Gandrat is over, so that's the first fort taken. Very nice, we're building up some mercenaries, and overall this is going well. I don't know where those doom stacks went. Oh man, this tea though. It's probably one of the few major regrets I have in my life, is that I didn't start drinking tea, like really, until half a year ago. I don't know why. It was sort of random as well. I always thought you had to like have a bunch of sugar and crud in the tea. And then I became a student, and I was at the shopping mall, I guess. And I was looking around. I was like, "Damn, son, tea is cheap as fuck." I think. I don't know. At least the calculations I did in my head at the time told me that. Compared to soda and stuff, it is definitely cheap though. So I bought myself some tea. I came home and I realized I just didn't have any sugar because, you know, I had just moved out. So it hadn't really struck me to buy sugar. Sugar is that kind of stuff that just always sort of happened to be in some closet, or closet, is that the right word? I don't know, some place in the kitchen anyways. So it didn't strike me that, you know, sugar doesn't magically appear. You have to actually buy sugar. I don't think I've actually bought sugar to this day. But my point is though, is that I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna try and drink some tea without sugar. And I tried it and I was like, damn son, this is good. This is really good. And all since that magical day, I have been drinking ridiculous amounts of tea every day. The only bad thing about tea is that it can't... Well, it's both a good thing and a bad thing that tea contains caffeine. Because it does keep you awake and whatnot, but it does mean that I cannot really drink it when it's late. Well, I can drink decaffeinated tea, but I've only really found one decaffeinated tea, some Earl Grey decaffeinated. I mean, and that's nice and all, but you do get tired of it. And I would like some more variation in my decaf. And I know there's a bunch like green tea and crud like that is decaffeinated or just by nature not full of caffeine. But green tea is not good, in my experience. I mean, maybe I could teach myself to drink green tea, but for right now, I gotta have that black tea. It is vastly superior. Anyways, you're not here to watch me rant about tea, so there seems to be a battle that is going to go down, so let's wait until they have, what is it called, like the key thing? The lock? There it is. And so we march in support. And I do sort of hope that we can have this guy just chill here. Oh crap, we have too much admin, again. For those who are wondering what I've been doing with all my admin points, I've actually been upgrading my capital. So now we have quite a nice capital here. Of course, this is the random ass capital that I moved back in the beginning of the campaign in order to be able to ally some people up here. So despite us being Ternate, our capital hasn't actually been in Ternate forever. It's kind of like the Roman Empire, you know? While it was always the Roman Empire, it reached a point where they just stopped having the capital in Rome and started moving to Ravenna and Constantinople and crud like that. Also, I renamed the capital to Kota Gapi. If I am not completely mistaken, that means the Gapi city in Moluccan, or one type of Moluccan... what the fuck is that sound? Some neighbor is doing some work, it seems. Yeah, I watched in the wiki, and Kota Gapi, basically it said like Gapi city, because that is a thing, I guess. Ternate city. Ternate city is a thing, I think. And then it said in the local language, whatever that was, it is Kota Ternate, however you actually pronounce that. So I decided to name my city Kota Gapi, because that is glorious. For fuck's sake. Okay, so actually these guys are actually getting strong enough now to deal with nationalists. Damn it, neighbors. Do you not see that I'm recording a glorious episode of my Let's Play? Do you not respect that? Guess not. So, concede Ralpan. That'll be the end of that little remnant up there. Hey, look at that! He actually did take it all. Very, very nice. And I didn't have to do anything. Other than click some buttons. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do about this whole neighbor business. Holy shit, what a god general I just recruited. Mandar Shah Sakhawa. 6 fire, 6 shock, 4 siege. That's some France level general right there. Holy shit. What is it with me and just doing something and then starting to talk about it? But look at that, we just maxed out Diplotech. I can't really think of any time in the history of EU4 I've actually maxed out a single tech. And we're actually looking to max out admin as well. This is very interesting. I've never done this before. I don't think we're going to max out military though, sadly. It is just too late in the game for that. But oh well. Hey, look at these awesome generals I have now, it's ludicrous. Ooh, I lost something. Oh well, we got a doomstack on the way. Surely it shall be no problem. I mean, one good thing about the independence war we fought is that my vassals in the New World are actually helping me now, because most of them are now loyal. Very nice. Right, just because they are a bit annoying right now, I think I'm going to peace out Chanda. We're just gonna annex them, straight up. Because they have some forces in here that I can't be bothered to fight. So, down with Chanda, I guess. Pay some nasty Diplo power, but at this point in the game there is no more technology to use Diplo on, so I see no real problem with that. And they are gone. We can core it for some reason. No idea how that works, but I'm not gonna question it. And why was that so fucking expensive? Central Indian traditions. That's not fun. And now these guys are rebels? What? I don't even know. But yeah, that definitely just made us wreck them in that battle, so that worked. Definitely that worked to our favor. Alright, I'm going in for a semi-suicidal attack here. Primarily because I want to stop that prestige. Stop that siege at kind of all cost. Forever to siege, and I don't want to have to do it again. So we are murking up like crazy here in an effort to be able to defeat them in this battle and be able to keep the sieges we have going. Multitasking like a boss. Also, seems like my neighbors have stopped making sound, so that's good. Oh man, I would really like to finish up the colonization in this little hole here. Also, I want to discover this freaking lake. Why haven't I discovered that yet? Oh well. New Lisboa. This island here? Come on. Well, can't remember all the things, can you now? Right, let's just do the... actually, let's not do the last attack. I want to see how the war goes first. Kind of sad, we are completely wrecking them at this point, and yet we only have such a little amount of war score. Hopefully they just start straight up collapsing soon, but they have such an obscene amount of forts. Truly, it is madness. We have 99% war score with all of these colonials. Only really these awkward... Well, this is not an island, but it might as well be. And this legitimately real island down here are left. Hopefully there's not too many rebels on it. That would be annoying. Ah yes, there it is. 100% war score against Spanish Quickhill. So, away with these names that are so difficult for me to pronounce, and let there only be glorious Ternate clay. Ah yes, Chilcentia has been established, truly with their proper borders. Now then, we need to get some derps on the boats to finish off the war with New Lisboa. Oh, the game is running out of time! We won't be able to finish. Well, we should be able to get something from Binus, but not even close to all I wanted. Fuck me, that sucks. Well, actually, 1820, you get to play in that year as well, so maybe there's still hope. Alright, let's see how strong our king is. Yeah, he's not going to be strong enough, so run away. Oof. Oh well. At least we won on this island, so that should fall soon, and that'll be the end of New Lisboa. And that will be the glorious conclusion to the Ternate really can into random new world. Oh god, I have run out of manpower. I honestly didn't think that was physically possible, but it seems like we've pulled it off. That's why my armies are not reinforcing. Scary. Although, yeah, this stupid war is over. Which is very good, so we will indeed make them concede all their clay. And the new world is now officially entirely ruled by me. Crimson Land has reached their true proportions. The border gore in the general area here is very truly existing. And it is all so fucking glorious. Look at this glory. Look at this power. Now the real challenge is just to try and beat up as many rebels as we can, so that when we finally gaze upon the glory that is the green random new world, there won't be any rebels to taint it. Now all our focus can go into this war. Maybe this battle is not too smart, and I guess it's too late to figure that out now. Well, it was... Well, we might still win it. Yeah. For some reason, and yeah. Get this event again. Of course, I keep getting that event a bunch of times behind camera as well. Or when I'm not recording, so... Well, I am recording, I'm just not putting in the video. That's why... I mean, that's been my primary source of income for ages now. They really should fix that event, because I refuse to believe that event is not bugged somehow. Because it's so just stupid. Alright, let's get some of that military tech. So we won't be able to get 32 and everything, but pretty darn close. So I'm happy with that. Happy indeed. Right, I think we're going to start marching these armies south, because this is where the battles are going on and whatnot. Yeah, we could try and kill off that army, but you know, we will see. Also, I think any dreams of actually coring anything after this war is just stupid. So let's just tech up. So 32, 32, 31. Very nice. Oh, there's the truces with the filthy rebel scum in the New World. Alright, I think we're getting pretty dank close to just wrapping up this war. I mean, we have to. It's fucking September. So I'm gonna squeeze out every last bit of war score I can grab. Then I think we're just gonna have to peace out. Binus and stuff is seeming to deal with some rebel issues right now. Oh. I'm planning to just go crazy because surely a couple of months with overextension is not gonna be too much. I don't know, should we just be happy with this? I think this is a pretty crazy peace deal. That surely has to be enough. Yeah, Persia will be unhappy about it, but fuck Persia. Doesn't say how unhappy they will be, but I don't really care that much. I think we have decided what we're gonna do here. Yeah, it's October, let's just do this. We need to kill off these rebels as well. Of course we have to do it before the game ends in order to make the map look optimally pretty. So... oh my god, okay, well, let's wait a bit longer then, because I do want those promises. Come on, Persia, win that battle for me. Get some of that war score. Let's do some occupations and stuff. Will you do it now? Yes, okay, well that's much better. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Ternate can into strong. It's been a while since we have expanded in Asia, but surely when we are finally doing it, we are doing it with style. Let's do that. Our final war. Absolutely glorious annexations. Holy crap. Alright, let's kill off these rebels. And really, just wait for the game to end. I do think I want to have the customary... it doesn't really matter with these cores. Serves no real purpose starting to core them, but why not? Just for the hell of it. Yes. Kill off the particularists. They're like, ah, you didn't give me stuff. Yeah, fuck you. Alright, let's keep an eye on these rebels as well, because surely they will be angry now. Yep. But as long as none of them are threatening to rise up anytime super soon, I am not too scared. Alright, rebels. Please end your existence. Alright, see if there's any last minute panic stuff we need to... oh no! 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 How dare they? Ah, stupid rebels. Oh, please, can't you go deal with them? Oh, yes. Do it. Deal with the rebel scum. Don't walk away. Okay, good. Hopefully he'll be able to take it back before the game ends. Hopefully indeed. The estates demand control over territory. Fuck you, estates. Fuck all of you. I'm king. I am absolute monarch. Ternate and the world is mine. And all of you can just go eat shit, to be honest. Man, this has been a good campaign. Very good campaign. Definitely one of the most entertaining campaigns in a while. There we go. And so we end. Yeah. Let's just get to the last date. Look in horror at this thing. Hope that they can finish it. Oh no, they might not actually be able to... ah, they probably won't be able to do it. Oh well. We will have this one little thing. At least we were able to take over the entire New World. It's Despite these rebels ruining the look of it. Well, not entirely ruining it, but definitely making it less optimal. Officers deserting. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and there it is. The last day of the game. Well, the last day anyways, before that end screen pops up and he's like, "Hey, do you want to look at the map? Fuck you, you're not allowed." Ooh, oh, we are done. So, all our goals were not achieved, but we were very, very close. I feel like I can blame it, well, the majority can of course be blamed on my inability to play this game properly, but a lot of it and can be blamed on the fact that the new world was huge this game. I've seen a bunch of other random new worlds, and this is definitely one of the just straight up hugest I've ever seen. A massive piece of territory. Aw, we were so close to being able to colonize this last little province here. Oh well, interesting how the vast majority of it was colonized, with the exception of this little hole here and this little passageway. Only 3 provinces, and you know, oh, we're a colonist. Let's send him for good measure. Yeah, I guess we'll go start looking through the map modes and the various stuff. How badly overextended are we? 140. Yep, that's pretty bad. However, our country is not at all doing badly. We have huge settlement growth. Some war exhaustion. We can reduce that though, just to make our people happy. We have a couple of subjects who are feeling a bit itchy and awkward. Oh well. Not too big of a deal. None of them are 100% at least, like a lot of them have been for a while. I was not able to finish all my ideas, but I was able to fill out all the ideas, which is once again not normal in my experience. I think the thing that has been really helping us this campaign has been the fact that we have been focusing so much of our attention on the new world, which is really just a, you know, you just have to pay money to expand here, because you need troops. But in terms of points and stuff like that, the actual colonial nations core everything for you, so you don't actually have to pay any real points to mess around in the new world. That has been good for us. So the entire new world is under our control, with the exception of this little rebel occupied province. There are literally 0 people defending though, so while the game tells me, yeah, this is occupied, I'm not sure if I believe that. We also have our glorious African colonies that were a part of my plan to connect up east and west in the Ivory Coast, which in the end sort of just ended up not happening, but you know, we were pretty close. 50% of our power here, 100% down here, 100% right there, 32% there, and 80. Yeah, it's really just the only province I was not able to firmly establish too much control in was the Gulf of Aden. I was actually building a trade navy in an effort to coordinate that, but as always I completely forgot about it, and now we just have a bunch of random smaller trade navies sitting around doing nothing. Classical me. Ah, Yutsang separatists, very nice. We of course have our glorious empire in Asia, controlling Indochina, southern China, well, parts of southern China anyways, eastern India, all of modern day Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Australia, New Zealand, pretty much all the islands in the Pacific, with the exception of this little Portuguese island that I guess I completely forgot about, because otherwise I don't see why I didn't take it. We do rule Taiwan, that's pretty cool. Philippines, Madagascar, territories over here. I kind of find it funny how this awkward little Spanish enclave has been able to survive this long. So that'll be our empire. Other than that, this has been pointed out in the comments, and I totally agree. This has been a weird game where a lot of weirdness has been going on. We had our little Ming-splosion, which is not too abnormal. Japan is just chilling on their island, also kind of normal. They've actually done some colonization though. They, for some reason, just sort of... Well, actually, maybe they haven't. No, they haven't actually. They have just conquered a dude. So, that's what's happened. One thing that is weird about Japan though is the fact that they're Catholic. And they did rule some territories in Manchuria for a while, which we can see in the Shinto religion that lingers up here a bit. But yeah, Catholic Japan. Very weird. Very weird indeed. This has been a very Catholic game. Huge amount of Catholicism, but we're going to look into that when we just straight up look at the religion map mode. Other than that, we have Super Austria ruling everything, and basically they did what they did historically, except for the fact that they didn't take the territories they did historically. Instead of taking Hungary and Bohemia and well, those were, well, they did inherit something else. Didn't they inherit Spain at some point? Or, I mean, I guess you could argue whether or not Spain inherited Austria, or point is the Habsburg ruled it all. The Netherlands. But yeah, in this campaign, it seems like Hainaut has taken the place of Burgundy and pretty much conquered their previous territory, with the exception of some of the lowlands, ruled by Holland, who never got around to forming Netherlands. We have also 1,000 infantry here who have been sitting here doing nothing for a while. Oh well, Brittany has managed to keep their independence. I don't think they ever got conquered and re-released. Can't be bothered to check though. Still pretty interesting. And of course the doom that is. And you look at this. Of course Austria got another personal union, but this time around just with Danzig. And Danzig is not super important, so not that important. Brandenburg is roaming about here with their Prussian Space Marines. I mean, the HRV in general has sort of been messed up a bit. It's bigger than it usually is, but there are not a lot of members left. Quite a limited amount of princes. Everyone is voting for Hainaut. So very weird. Holy Roman Empire. Hainaut is the emperor, but Austria rules like pretty much everything else, with the exception of the lands held by Brandenburg. Poland is border goring like crazy. Instead of having, instead of inheriting Lithuania, which the Austrians did, they decided to take over the Baltic and Anatolia. And therefore we have Turkish Catholic Anatolia. The Ottomans have a couple of provinces remaining, interestingly enough. So Tver is of course strong, as always. Scandinavia building up a very sizable and respectable empire, and the Muscovites have been almost completely kicked out of Europe. They only have these two enclaves that are not even Russian, they are just Uralic and Kazani. But they do rule some territories over here, so that's kind of funny. Bukhara is strong, and they actually like me. How nice. Yeah, they're just blobbing all over the place. Gazikumuk. I don't know, I feel like I always see Gazikumuk expanding. Might just be me though. Sorry, I just lost a pack of candy on the floor. Yorkend was very strong at some point until we sort of messed them up, and that put them in a downward spiral. Persia has been doing very well, taking over Kurdistan and parts of modern-day Syria. They did at some point hit the middle Mediterranean, but they got kicked out from that position by Theodoro, of all people. However, Persia does connect itself to the Black Sea, so there's at least that. But there's of course Theodoro, who has actually been doing pretty well. Very interesting. And of course Bosnia, I mean, that's also not exactly normal. Not only is it unusual that Bosnia is a thing, but the fact that they rule parts of Greece and Bulgaria, and overall this is weird. Hungary is a blobtastic little nation. Venice has been just kicked out and now reside in Greece, and I guess it's the closest thing we'll get to a Greek nation. Other than the fact that they are still Italian. Venetian. Because the Austrians decided to take over the Venetian homeland. Pretty interesting though that they were able to start with their little holdings in this area. Some of them have actually been taken by Bosnia of all people, and have been able to establish themselves as a little nice kingdom. Another really weird thing is the fact that Alodia has not only survived but conquered Egypt. Not only have they conquered Egypt, they have reconverted it to the Coptic faith. So Egypt has been returned to their roots, I guess, and become Coptic again. I think it's Coptic, right? Coptic is the religion that they used to have. I mean, I'm not talking about, you know, the Pharaoh religion stuff, but I'm talking about the thing they were when, like, the Byzantines ruled them and whatnot. The Mamluks have survived though, and have a tiny little nation out here. Oh, they've actually... Have they culture converted this, or does this start out Egypt? And I think they might have done some culture conversion actually. Not entirely sure though. Najd is just blobbing, or is just a blob. Iraq, of all nations, they had a nice empire going for a while. I do believe it was bigger than this. I don't know. I might be remembering it wrong though. But all these enclaves, they do tell a story, I guess. And of course Kaffa, who together with Alodia forms a nice little alliance of Coptic nations who really no one would think would be the dominant powers in the area. Like, fuck Ethiopia, man. Kaffa, that's the real thing. Do they even have national ideas? No, they don't. They're one of the few nations left in the entire map that lack proper national ideas, or unique national ideas, I should say. I think it's only Kaffa and Corfu at this point. They don't have their own national ideas, so... a little fun fact for you. China is normal, we've already looked at that. Korea strong, etc. Nothing too out of the ordinary, other than, of course, Catholic Japan. Hausa has spawned. Now, I did Google them, and they are not a formidable nation. They are a nation that can be released. Because the Hausa culture does not start out with a bunch of nations. Well, it does start out with a bunch of nations, but they're like Sazao, Kano, and Katsina, these three. They start out as independent nations, and there's no like united Hausa nation, but that seems to have come into existence. And of course Mali, one of the most interesting nations, purely for the fact that they are animist. And I have actually done some googling on this, and something very interesting I found out is that the limitation to being allowed to convert to animism has actually been revoked. I don't know what patch it was removed in, but any nation who want now can convert to animism. However, it doesn't work quite the same as any other religion. For example, you cannot just accept demands. You have to force the animists to break your country. But if they break your country and more than half of your provinces are animist, you will flip to the animist religion, which is really cool. And might have something to do with my next Let's Play. Hint, hint. In EU4 anyways. Sadly, Fulo, which spawned out of the remnants of British Africa, has... Ooh, I had an army here. I had totally forgot about that. Yeah, both a navy and an army, who have just been sitting here, having nothing to do. Oh well. Yeah, so instead of spawning as a proper animist nation, they went Catholic. How boring. I think that's all for the political map mode. I guess we can just gaze upon the glory that is Ternate New World. With all the wonderful subscriber names. Some are a bit more loyal than others, and we did have that little revolution, or attempted revolution, but it's fine. So let's look at some other map modes. We already looked at the Imperial one. Italy has been kicked out. France has been put into the Empire. Estates, that's not interesting. Diplomatic, I guess that's, you can see the fact that I haven't really cored too much. And I have no intention of doing so either. And now let's look at the religion map mode, a truly interesting one. Already talked about Catholic Japan. We of course have glorious Hindu... I don't know what you would call this entire region. Point is, the Hindus have sort of been... well, not kicked out, but definitely been reduced in India in favor of the Shia religion, and some Sunni here and there. But Hinduism has spread into Indochina, Southern China, Indonesia, the Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, and of course the New World, which is almost entirely Hindu, except for, the places we more recently conquered. If it hadn't been for them... what? No! More rebels? Really? Annoying. Oh well, at least I don't have to deal with them now. So, very nice, very nice. So even if I conquered the vast majority of the New World and not actually colonized it, it still ended up pretty darn Hindu. Tengrism lives still in these uncolonized territories up here. Confucianism has survived pretty decently, but Islam is a really interesting concept in this game. The Sunni faith has been reduced to North and Western Africa, but even there it hasn't done great. It has been kicked back by animism, Catholicism in the coastal areas, and of course Copticism in the east. The more core territories of Islam have gone all Shia because of Ghazi Kumuk and Persia, sorry. Sunni Islam, however, does remain in Central Asia and has spread to I guess, the steppes of Mongolia and whatnot. Orthodoxy lives in Siberia, parts of it anyways, and in a little enclave over here as a remnant of Orthodoxy. Other than that, Europe is definitely Catholic. The Pope probably could not be more happy. Had the game gone a bit further and the AI been a bit more, you know, aware of religion and whatnot, they probably would have annihilated this stuff. What is the official religion? Yeah, Catholicism is the official faith of the Holy Roman Empire. Scandinavia stayed Catholic, that's pretty normal for some reason. This is not as normal though, the fact that Britain stayed Catholic. Overall, very, very limited amounts of Protestantism. There's some Protestantism over here in Bosnia. I assume the fact that the Bosnians have a huge tolerance for heretics. They have a +4 tolerance, so I assume that's why they haven't bothered converting, because they honestly don't need to. So it's probably more of a pain in the butt for them to even try. However, Catholicism has spread into Greece, into Anatolia, and had the game gone a bit further, it probably would have spread into the Levant and further east. And pretty much what used to be the Eastern Roman Empire would have been close to being re-Christianized. Pretty interesting. Who rules this? Milan? But why is it... Oh, Morocco is invading Milan. Yeah, Morocco is one of the few Muslim nations, Sunni especially, that have actually done well. Kind of anyways. I mean, they have lost their sort of homeland, but other than that, they've been doing okay. We of course ruled these territories for a while. Now only Ceuta or Ceuta, I don't know how you pronounce that, it remains. It is, however, a nice Hindu little province. You know, as a little base of operations that we have used to multiple times to wreck Britain. That's pretty much the religious map mode. I don't know, I really think this is a very interesting map mode. Catholic Japan, Coptic Egypt, Catholic Europe. Shia dominates, well, maybe not dominates, but it is doing well, and hello, I never noticed Yutsang was actually Shia Muslim. Yeah, I would say that Shia is sort of the winner here. Because the lands that the Sunnis control are not that great, so... Had the conflict been allowed to go a bit further, I assume the Sunnis would have won. Of course, had the world gone a bit further even, we probably would have beat up the Shias in India even more, so who knows? Who knows how history would have ended up. Let's move on to the culture map mode, usually quite a boring one, because the AI is not a huge fan of doing much. However, the Czechs have actually expanded their culture a bit, look at that. Not too great though. I was looking at the culture map mode a while ago, and then the Slavs were doing much better than this province, for example, was Czech. And these two parts of Silesia were, well, Silesian. But it seems like Brandenburg has been doing some culture conversion. So they're trying to expand the German culture a bit. Poles have not changed any noticeably anyways. The Russians have of course stayed where they are and expanded into Siberia. The Swedes have done some culture conversion, it seems. They've converted Finnmark for whatever reason, and parts of Karelia and Kola. So there is that. This is one of the few things that have happened though. The Scots have completely assimilated / genocided the Irish, so the Irish no longer exist, and only British cultures now exist. French have not done anything really, not that I can notice. Nor have the Iberians, other than of course expanding into the New World, which they have done decently. Nubian, Egyptian, all of these things look normal as fuck. I at least do not know enough about the game to see any difference. Chinese cultures all look normal. The Japanese, Siberians, no real changes here. However, one true change is of course the spread of the Moluccan culture. Originally really just existing in this general area, I can't remember exactly where it started out, it has now spread far and wide. It is the only culture in my culture group at this point, but it completely dominates the Philippines, Taiwan, and I think actually the sort of natives, if you can call them that, in Taiwan, they used to be related to the Moluccans at somehow. I think I read something about that when I was googling up on the Moluccans to try and learn some background information, because that's what I do. Because I'm a bit geeky. And of course all these territories that just happened not to be colonized in the beginning of the game are all Moluccan. And the glory of it all is that we were able to completely convert Australia and New Zealand and all the islands in the Pacific that we own to the glorious Moluccan culture. So despite us being a bit late to colonizing Australia and New Zealand, we have completely converted it to both Hinduism and Malacca culture. All the Europeans have been properly kicked out. We also have some other pockets of Moluccan culture. We have Moluccan culture down here in Madagascar, some of these islands. And of course, completely dominating South Africa, we have the Moluccan culture. I did some culture conversion down here, because why not? This province also, for some reason, became Moluccan. I guess that's something I did. Can't remember doing it though, but even more glorious is the vast amount of Moluccan people in the New World. Despite the fact that we, as I said, didn't really colonize much, but you know, primarily conquered, my vassals have been doing an okay, I guess, job of converting. For example, these islands were completely English in the beginning, but they are now completely Moluccan. And we have some, I don't know exactly what determines the choices of the colonial nations here to convert or not convert, but you know, they have done nicely for themselves in the same way they have done with religion. Other than that, these religions are around. Oh, there are still natives around. Who knew? Wow. Yeah, it really did not take long for the for my colonial nation here to completely genocide this place. Exactly how they pulled that off, though. Oh, never mind. This is not Moluccan. This is a native culture. Okay. Derp, derp, derp. The English are blah about some here and there. The Portuguese, we already looked at those. Who else did convert or colonize this to some extent? Yeah, the Flemish did. The Dutch did. The Bretons had some colonies here and there. I don't know. I can't remember if they had any more than this, but you know, this is what we conquered from them, anyways. Other than that, there's no more to see really in the culture map mode. The coalition map mode is, yeah, we're not exactly loved, are we? The Europeans are surprisingly accepting of us, though, despite us having repeatedly wrecked all of them, except for Austria. Oh, Persia, stop being a crybaby. So yeah, I think those are all the map modes really that are, you know, very interesting to look at. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that are of super big interest. I guess we can look at some numbers. Look at the trade here. We have a decent number from trade. I assume we could have gotten a bit more. As you can see, I have been sort of neglecting actually focusing on trade because I have been making money anyways. I haven't been bothered. I mean, I haven't really had a trade navy for many years. And this is the first one I have tried to build up in ages. I haven't even bothered assigning all my merchants, but I feel like that's understandable when you have freaking 25 of them. So, how much value did we get here? Ah, oh, barely anything. Okay, well, that sucks. Why are we sending trade? I don't know. Yeah, this is our trade capital here, and we definitely... There's a lot of money going on there. Oh yeah, oh man, look how freaking valuable Malacca is. That is value. Gotta remember that for the next colonial game I do. Colonize this place. There is value to be had. Spice Islands. Oof, very nice. Yeah, I have merchants pretty much everywhere. Okay, that'll be the campaign. Let's just go to the end. Guess I do want to save the game so that I can return here if I, for a reason or another, want to get back to it. But now let us tick into 1st of January 18 or 2nd of January, 3rd. Okay, well, the game is being a bit weird, but there you go. Historical scores. Yeah, no, we are wrecking them. Why is revolutionary Spain? I guess that is supposed to be like the score of Spain or something. I guess France just doesn't pop up because they don't exist anymore in this game. 140 overextension, 125% religious unity, 404 provinces. Of course, that does. I don't think that counts the New World stuff. 3 stability, 75 or 73 prestige, 47 ideas, almost full tech in everything. I don't know what this is. Expansion is... Oh, I guess just the symbols have not popped up. Something interesting though is looking at the names of our rulers, of course, in the ruler history. We have Said, yeah, that lame guy, he sucks. I just want a list of rulers, I don't want this history crap. Said Mardan, really? Wait, we're already in the 1700s? Ah, okay, so it starts here, okay, so we have, yeah, these guys, not relevant. Of course, there it is, Copy the first, Copy the second, Copy the third. Regency, copy the fourth, copy the fifth, copy the sixth, I guess that is. Let's find our last copy, because I want you guys to tell me, and if anybody knows here how to translate Roman numerals, because I learned it at school at some point, but of course I've forgotten it now, because you never need it really in your life. Well, except maybe up to 7 or 6, because that's how many Star Wars movies there are. I mean, I know there are 7, but, you know. Yeah, if anyone in the comments want to tell me what Copy IX means, I would love to know. I would love to know how many rulers I was able to name Copy throughout the campaign. Still though, quite nice that we were able to keep our dynasty all the way through the game, especially when it died out so quickly in the first attempt of this campaign. So, very nice indeed. Iron Man, yes, of course, always Iron Man. Well, not always, but definitely this time around. We were not even close to our force limit, well, kind of close, but you know what I mean. No manpower, because that last war was brutal. And that'll be it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed it, I sure did. And we will hopefully soon enough get around to making a new Let's Play. I do want to wait until the next patch. If the next patch is out by now, then, well, I guess it's only a question of time. If not, then we'll have to wait a bit longer. I'm primarily talking about the 1.15, even though I think there's going to be some more major changes in 1.16. I'll have to do some research exactly when these things are going to come out, because I already have a plan for what I want to do next. And as I said, hint hint, it might involve animism. Because I still feel a bit uncomfortable by the fact that I did convert to Hindu. It was of course the strategic decision, but I didn't know that the animist had been given a conversion strength decision, so I didn't really know that animism is actually like a legitimately proper religion you can play as right now, so I definitely want to do an animist campaign. Largest army, largest navy, most provinces, highest income, highest trade. Oh man, we are great. Thanks so much for watching this episode, and until next time, bye.